Okay, so this is going to be more of a personal video. For the few people who do watch my channel on an active basis, um, this video isn't necessarily for views. It isn't really, well, for anybody. It's just for me because I just want to have this video on the internet as memorabilia in case I ever lose anything relating to him. In case I lose any pictures or, eventually down the line I move from where I live and I can't visit his gravesite anymore. I just wanted to have this video on here to, make sure that I have some trace of him over the years. So essentially, yesterday on September 9th, 2023, my dog Cody passed away. Presumably at some time at midnight is when he passed. I was woken up at 7 and I was told the news that he had passed and he was in his little basket and he was just dead, essentially. And he died in his sleep from old age, which is one of the better things that has come out of this entire situation, of this entire horrible situation. Um, yeah. So, I've had him for 13 years essentially. A very long time. He was adopted in 2010 and I've had him for my entire elementary years. And even right now presently I've already graduated a year from now, so I've had him for all of that time and he was a very good dog. He always made me happy. Every time I'd come home, he was always there for me no matter what. He was always there to put a smile on my face. He was always there to cheer me up and let him know that he loved me and that he loved all of us. He was always excited. He was always excited to meet new people and just be with us as a family, and he would never hurt a fly. He would never hurt anybody. He was just a good dog. He was a good, energetic, loving dog. The thing about dogs is that for people who own dogs, they're very energetic and lively creatures. So it's whenever you notice that they're slowing down or they're not like what they used to be, is when you kind of realize that there is a time approaching, unfortunately. The thing about Cody is that, he lived a very long time, but he died very quickly. It was only around June, up until this month, when things started to get bad for him. He started to become emaciated. He wasn't able to stand properly one day. Eventually, he couldn't really walk without help, without stumbling around, and he was just lethargic and he wouldn't bark anymore. He wouldn't even hear us coming home anymore. And it was at that point when I realized that, he's getting old and he's getting to that point where he's going to have to leave us eventually. And unfortunately, that happened yesterday. I only have two regrets for him. What my first regret is that I wish that I had puppies with him. I wish that I got him puppies because then I would have at least some part of him left over, even after he left. But Cody was never a socially inept dog with other dogs, so he was usually just scared of other dogs. The first time we tried to breed him, he was scared, so we never tried that again, but I wish that we had because then I'd be able to have some piece of him left behind. And my second regret is that I wished I was there for him as he passed. I wouldn't be able to tell when he would pass. There was only one time when I thought he would pass in front of me, So I stuck with him and I stayed because he suddenly became lethargic and I just thought that that was it for him right then and there. But fortunately, he didn't leave just yet. But he left while we were sleeping, unfortunately, and I just wish that as he left, however, in what manner he did leave, I wished I was there for him. So that way he could see a loved one as he passed and find some sort of comfort as he left us. Cody, he will forever be missed, and he was a great dog. He was a loving dog for 13 years. He was always there for me. He was a brother to me. He was my best friend, and he will forever remain my best friend. And, he taught me a lesson yesterday about death. Death is, well, when I first saw him, I couldn't really believe it, and it was so surreal. I couldn't touch him. It just didn't feel right to do so. But he has passed, and we must accept that. I'm not a big believer of religion or anything like that, but I hope that if there is something out there, something that exists, some haven, some heaven, some paradise, anything, I hope that Cody goes to the best place that he could possibly go. I hope that somewhere he's happy. If there is a soul, if there is a consciousness that lives beyond death, I hope that his soul went somewhere very good because that's all he ever deserved. And, I love him very much. I love Cody a lot, and it's gonna take some time for me to get over him, but I just wanted to make this video to remember him no matter what on this channel. That's it.